Hello, hello, hello. It's Attorney Mike Revan coming to you from Chicago as usual, and it's very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. You'll get to see me get a talking to from a SovCit. Somebody sent this to me. It's on IG. Sorry, I was a little late. I was trying to figure out how I could share the comments because they're just so deliciously awful. But it's on the comments were on IG, and that it didn't like share right. Whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The $1 trillion SovCit is out to get me. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Oh my God, it's good stuff. All right. Let's get to this. Let's get to this stuff, shall we? All right. Are we moving here?
Travel lawsuit. Real quick update. TikTok took my other video sound off because I was getting in mics behind a little bit too much. Since we got some bozo named Law Talks with Mike that wants to act like a treasonous traitor, either that or
Law Talks with Mike. Thanks for the shout out. I mean, it just starts strong and gets better. It really does. It really does. I think you're gonna have to put. I think I can put that fez on for a minute here. This is really fez worthy. He doesn't like it, but he's a sovereign citizen. It doesn't get any more sovereign than putting a private plate on your car and claiming the UCC rules all. But for some reason, he takes offense at that. Sorry, my man. The sovereign citizen. There isn't a practical definition. It's people who believe the same nonsense that you're spouting. Okay, that's who it is. So then we call those people sovereign citizens. I didn't make it up. They made it up. Okay.
he's the worst attorney I've ever heard of in my life because he's trying to pretend that he doesn't understand that everything is commercial, that there's public and private law, that literally clear field doctrine.
Yeah, everything's not commercial. I don't even know what that means. Public and private law, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I really don't.
Clearly establishes that everything is commercial and ends legis, you name it. Literal law stipulates that this is all commercial in the public. There's public law and there's private.
Oh, put us some knowledge about literal law. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I've never heard that term in my life. But I like it. I like it. I might need to get a literal law t-shirt. Here we go.
Private law. So to clearly articulate how exactly we're going to get this to go for the people that are giving me unsolicited advice as if I asked for it, or as if you guys are even doing this or know how to do it. I appreciate the input, but y'all need to chill out a little bit. There's levels to this. There's a hierarchy for a reason. If you ain't out here doing it, give me your little input, but don't come over here trying to teach me as you are a full-time truck driver. That's just ridiculous. Please, come on. At any rate.
Oh, the irony of this. The irony of this. He's going to tell me how the law works. I've been doing it for almost 30 years, licensed to practice in the state of Illinois. He has not one clue about anything law related. And then he makes the analogy. It's like a truck driver trying to tell me how to do this. I can relate because it feels a lot like a failed actor trying to tell me how to do it. Let's go.
To address the straight points, everything is commercial. A citation is a contract. Period. If you conditionally accept that contract and you set new terms in that.
Nope. It's not. Wrong. I wasn't ready, but you know what? You know what this deserves, don't you? And it's coming. It's coming. A citation is not a contract. It just isn't.
Which is number one, wrong.
And that's like his main thesis here. It's dumb. It's obviously false, but he likes to repeat it.
Conditional acceptance per UCC 2-202, which clearly lines up with the parole evidence and intrinsic rule as well. And what is this?
Oh, that's cute. You're saying words you don't understand. First of all, I don't know what he's talking about. The citation just in a vacuum. Are we referring to the citation you got the other day for not having a plate? Are we referring to the citation that for making a false police making a report of a false crime? I'm not sure if that was you, but I think it was. Those citations are not contracts. They aren't. The UCC does not apply. That's a matter of state law. I believe you're in the state of California, so that's all stuff that will be on either in the California Criminal Code or the Traffic Code.
What am I talking about? UCC 1-103 clearly says that everything functions around contract law, fraud, estoppel, contract law, commerce. So
contract. This reminds me of this reminds me of Jack Black in School of Rock when he listed teaching the kids the Latin 2 times in a row. I wish I had the clip handy. Yes, the UCC discusses contracts. The Uniform Commercial Code, it discusses contracts repeatedly. It's not applicable to any situation that he's talking about.
This guy Mike is either, like I said, the worst possible attorney, or this guy has no idea what he's talking about. But I'm gonna guess that he's a POS and he's literally lying to people and doesn't care about people. He doesn't care to tell the truth because he's an attorney, and so he built his career off of this. He doesn't want it to tear down, or his ego.
Yes, I built my career off from practicing law. You got me. But you shouldn't listen to me. You should listen to yet another failed actor like Chili, who now thinks that they know something about law. Okay.
So big that he can't just admit that he's wrong. One way or another, that guy has no idea what he's talking
Well, I'm not wrong.
about. Everything is commercial, contract law, in the public.
Oh no, you're wrong.
People, Clearfield doctrine. I mean, if you conditionally accept a citation, which is a contract, a commercial contract, then you literally have changed those terms. If you change them and you presented a binding counter offer,
Which is number 1, wrong.
they can't just ignore that. If they do, then they do what's called silent acquiescence. Silent acquiescence, tacit.
Show me an example of you doing that successfully. I've heard 1,000 dopey sovereign citizens like yourself claim this, but I've never seen them collect a cent. And you know why? Because it's wrong. It doesn't work. It's a fantasy.
Agreement, tacit procuration. Res judicata, stare decisis, collateral estoppel. They're barred from talking about it again. The amount doesn't.
That's not what those things mean. That's great that you looked up a couple Latin terms used in law. You clearly don't understand them, and they have nothing to do with the point you just tried to make.
Doesn't matter. If I put in a contract that you owe me $1 million, 100 million, 1 trillion, because you've committed all said acts, and you literally say nothing, and all you do is agree to it, and you remain silent, and you silently acquiesce.
What if they don't agree to it? Which nobody would. Huh? So it's a problem with this little theory you've got going on here. And how are you going to enforce it? With the courts that you don't think have jurisdiction?
Into it, and you tacitly agree, thus tacit procuration.
Oh, good Lord. At least he doesn't say tack it.
That means you have agreed to the contract. What was the contract initially? It was the citation. That citation was conditionally accepted and presented back to you by way of registered mail, mailbox, postal. That means you accepted that contract when I put it in the mail. That's it. Conditional acceptance, which is binding. In the mail, you accepted it.
All this, and these crybabies are always going off about how they don't consent. But now they're setting up. Well, but the rule is, if I place something in the mailbox, or even just say I did, then you've tacitly accepted it. There's no law that works like this. None. Except when they make up their fantasy courts. That's what's always hard with the sovereign citizen card. I don't know if he's referring to their fantasy court scenario where they have like their own judge and they have like a they have a proceeding in a banquet room at a Marriott in a bad neighborhood. I don't know if it's that or if he's actually thinking that he's going to walk into court with one of these things. That's not going to work. He has filed suits in regular court, it appears to me, or at least that's what it looks like I've seen. He will lose those. He will lose badly. They'll be dismissed. He'll probably get labeled a vexatious litigant eventually because it seems like he's doing that a lot, and he'll cause problems for himself. But suffice it to say, none of the things he's saying make any sense whatsoever.
Once I put it in the mail, and it's all literally backed by UCC 1103, 2-202, 2-204, 2-206, offer and acceptance. It's all literally right there. So while Mike, he's a traitor, or he has no idea what he's talking about, I'll debate that guy any day. Tell him to send me some documents so I can sue him for slander and defamation since he wants to mislabel me as a sovereign citizen.
You're a sovereign citizen. There's just no two ways about it. You put a private plate on your car, you say you have a right to travel, and you rely on the UCC where it has no application. That's a sovereign citizen as it gets, my friend.
In his little videos, Mike, you're a joke, my dude. But hey, as I said, all Mike followers and anybody that thinks that guy is actually saying something credible, go ask him. Is a commercial contract a citation? And is a citation?
No, it's not. I can answer that for you right now. There you go. There's your answer.
A commercial contract. Ask him if the United States, I didn't say United States of America as in the 50 United States, but the United States, ask him if that's a federal corporation.
Which United States? If it's not of America, I want to know, is there another United States I need to be dealing with?
Ask him if Clearfield Doctrine clearly shows this. I already told you, I'm gonna lead by example, and I'm not going anywhere. These guys are funny. This shit is funny to me, truly. It's hilarious. But okay. All right, so here's an update.
Okay, I think that's it. I think we got through it there. Oh, sovereign citizen gets touchy when you mention the fact that he's a sovereign citizen. They often do. I wanted to show the context, the comments, because they were hilarious. They were hilarious, but I can't over there. What else we haven't? And I don't know. I don't know what all this stuff is. All right. I was watching that. I'm gonna go back and do get his ugly mug off there. I'm gonna go back and do the super chats real quick because I was playing with that, so I couldn't get through it. I swear to God, I'll let this go, but it's just been too much material all at once. You might as well just get it and get it up there because it's fun. Oh, I like it. I'm already getting support. My $1 trillion legal support fund. He posted that. Yeah, well, I must. I have to say, I had to respond to him too. It's too much fun. It's too much fun. Yeah, Iris, I missed that one too. I missed that one too. Oh. Literal loss for community theater. What's this literal? Lost talk with Mike for the win. I think he's trying to insult me. I think he was trying to insult me. As if I care about his opinion. That's good stuff. Thank you. Swinger. Oh, yes. Happy birthday to Food Fairy. Food Fairy, who is my neighbor. And she lives up to her name. She mixes up some good food. I'm not going to lie to you. I've had some. Thank you, Just Bob El Bay. Yes, I'm clutching my pearls. I'm clutching my pearls and shaking my boots. the POS fund. Ah, yeah, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. Full-time tough guy. Worst attorney ever. I like it. I like it. I can alternate that with my retired porn star. I can go on one of my trips. I can go on one of my trips and just bring those two shirts and alternate them. I would do it. I so would do it. In another country where nobody understood what was on them anyway. Yeah, I don't know what the idea is with the contract and the citation. No, they wrote you citation. That's authorized under the criminal code, and they, they're or the vehicle code, and they're saying you're in violation of something. It's not a contract. I don't know what to say. Contract is like usually involves a writing, but in its essence, it's an offer and an acceptance. That's not what's with consideration. It's just not what's contemplated here. This is a criminal or traffic violation versus an agreement. They're just two different things. Fundamental misunderstanding of it. It's not. It's trying to confuse issues. Ultimately, it's a grift. It's a grift. It's try to convince people of this and get them to pay for your nonsense, or just get clout for saying stuff. Yes, the $1 trillion. I gotta tell you, I make a good living, but I'm not good for $1 trillion. I'm not. Like, if you get a judgment against me for $1 trillion, you're not getting paid. I mean, if you get a judgment against Elon Musk for $1 trillion, you're not getting paid. Okay, like that's the kind of money we're talking about here. Thank you, but I do have $10 now. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, all the love for Food Fairy. She deserves it. She's awesome. Yeah, I think that's really sweet. Even though now you guys know that I'm a POS, you still support me. I mean, not that I ever really hid the fact, Thank you, Gary Carlson. Some more coming for what? For this? No, this was short. I don't know where you are, because now I'm going back. Treason is. Yeah. Where's the treason? I mean, I'm an attorney. I took an oath to uphold the Constitution. I've done that. Yeah, I don't know where the treason is. Treason is like you know, declaring war on your own country or selling secrets to the enemy or something. I'm just not doing that. I don't know what to say. I don't have any. Well, thank you, Griggsy. Griggsy's another neighbor here. Thank you, Jim McKay. You guys are the best. That was too much fun. I couldn't help myself. I had to do it. I will stop. We'll move on to other stuff. That was just a flurry of crazy from $1 trillion SovCit guy. I'm sure he'll mellow out here in a little bit. Probably as a result of him doing a stint in jail. The charges he have are really light so far. So yeah, it'll take a while. It's like the slow, it has to build up. It's kind of like Jeremy DeWitt, who's like, he is gone now. I mean, he is done. He's in jail. There was just a plea deal. I don't know if he took it or not with the feds for years more. But this guy was running around saying wacky stuff like this. I mean, different style, but just running his mouth, saying that, doing silly things for years, and it took a while to catch up to him, but it finally does. It does in the end. Thank you, Hardwired Adventures. It comes back. Thank you. I see some I see some new ones in the chat tonight. Always good to see. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate it. Just remember, I'm not going to bail you out because I'm a POS. Good night.